Welcome, mentors and mentees. I want to begin with a fact that is, frankly, unprecedented. For the first time in human history, many of our workplaces span 6 generations. From octogenarians in the silent generation, who are still working, and in some cases still holding key global leadership roles, all the way to teenagers in Generation Alpha, who are eagerly chasing their first summer jobs and high school internships. Between them sit baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Generation Z. 6 cohorts, 6 sets of life experiences, 6 sets of expectations, all sharing the same Zoom screen, the same office floor, the same coffee machine. This is what Nicholas Pearce calls the 6G reality, and it is the subject of this room. He argues that this unprecedented age span is one of the great organisational opportunities of our era. Handled well, 6 generations under one roof allow companies to reimagine and reposition themselves for sustainable intergenerational inclusion and impact. Handled poorly, the result is organisational chaos, decline, and the quiet loss of institutional memory and emerging talent at the same time. So in this room, we will work through 5 steps that leaders can take to build healthy 6G organisations. The first is to develop a 6G organisational strategy, not a side document tucked behind HR, but a discipline woven through your core strategy, your dashboards, your scorecards. As America moves through what demographers call peak 65, over 4 million people turning 65 every year, more than 11,000 per day, succession planning is no longer a back-office concern. It is the spine of organisational sustainability. And 6G strategy is just as essential in the marketplace as in the workplace. When Chevrolet redesigned the Corvette to broaden its customer base beyond an average buyer pegged at age 61, it doubled sales to Gen Xers. That is 6G thinking in action. The second step is to manage age-based differences and generational differences as 2 distinct but related things. Age effects tell us where someone is in their life cycle. Generations tell us about cohorts who came of age during shared events. The two are not the same, and confusing them is one of the quickest routes to harmful stereotyping. We will also explore how to create the conditions where older and younger workers can genuinely learn from one another, without fear and without insecurity. Reverse mentoring becomes more than a fad. The wisdom flowing in both directions becomes the real value of a multi-generational team. To the mentors here, many of you sit across what feels like a generational chasm from your mentees. Do not assume your wisdom is dated. Do not assume their fluency is depth. To the mentees, do not assume your perspective is the only relevant one. The silent generation worker on your team has lived through more disruption than you have read about. As we move into the chat, tell us which generation you most struggle to mentor or be mentored by, and why. Then let's use this conversation to build a more inclusive bridge across all 6. Welcome to the room.